Brian Pillman Jr., and you're watching the Rasslin Rage YouTube show. Oh!
It's going down!
This is Rasslin Rage.
It's going down!
This is Rasslin Rage.
Scream it out loud!
This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.
It's going down!
This is Rasslin Rage.
Let's do it now!
This is Rasslin
Scream
Rage.
it out loud!
This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade.
It's now time for the State of the Rage with your host, Cody Fleming. Yo, what's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome to Rasslin Rage. I got to switch stuff over here. Got caught up doing all kinds of stuff. Things are going on. Things ain't working. Now we had to make them work. But as you can see, my wife, Sarah, is here. Hello. Say hi, everybody. Hi.
Hi, everybody.
My chat here is not working, so I got to use my phone. It's, a piece of junk. But anyways, tonight is State of the Rage. We're going to go over everything that's been on the channel for the month of July and things that you can look forward to for August. Whoop, whoop. Right. So before we get into all that, make sure you scroll into the description, and down there you will find a link. They say, what an awesome host.
Thanks.
Yeah. But you can scroll down in the description and find a link to Happy Harper ice cream, and you can buy a pint or two or three or even four, maybe even more, whatever. Buy them all, right? But scroll down there, give them a like, give them subscribe, give them all that good stuff, and order some ice cream. They are an official sponsor of Rasslin Rage, which, where's my ice cream?
Here's my ice cream. That's a better question.
But before we get into anything else, make sure you smash that like button, the thumbs up, right over there somewhere. Yeah, and there. And then if you haven't already, click to subscribe. If you're catching us on Facebook later on, head on over to r2youtube.com to subscribe. Also, scroll down in the description. There is a donation link where you can donate a couple bucks, 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever you want, as much as you want. All donations go right to the show. Also in the description, you will find a link to WWE Shop as well as Highspots. You click those links, you go to those websites, you buy something, and Rasslin Rage gets a very, very small. They say Cody's wife is hot. Red Wing fan 19. Yeah.
Must not have her glasses on.
Oh, don't say that. I think you're hot.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But if you click those links and buy something, Rasslin Rage gets a very, very small commission on that. Also, you can go in the description and get a T-shirt at ProWrestlingTees.com. Rasslin Rage T-shirts are available
I don't have a
on
t-shirt.
ProWrestlingTees.com/Rasslin Rage. Just click the link in the description to visit our store on Pro Wrestling Tees website. Every shirt is 100% cotton and available in sizes up to 5X. Show your love for Rasslin Rage and get yours today. So the wife asks why she doesn't have a T-shirt, because you haven't went to ProWrestlingTees.com/Rasslin Rage and bought one yet.
I got nothing.
There you go. See? Yeah. Also, you can like Rasslin Rage on Facebook and Twitter. And we also have an Instagram now. I'm still trying to figure them all out, but at Rasslin Rage for all of those. And like everything in life, things have to evolve and change and get better. And so it's the State of the Rage. Check this out.
Rasslin Rage.
Do it now!
That's right. It's the State of the Rage. So we got lots to talk about, right? Tons of content, tons of thing that's gone on the rest. What's different about July is there's like kind of like 5 weeks with content for me, because The first was on a Sunday or Monday. So in my upload days are Mondays and Wednesdays. And then, so there's content. We're going to talk about content that isn't even available to watch yet, but it's there because it's still going to be in July. But this is the last Friday of the month. So, that's cray. Yeah. Aw. But first up, let's talk here. Week 1, man. Week 1. The first week in July came up, and the match between MM3 and the Dread King Logan for Detroit Style Wrestling. Pretty cool match. The next week after that, I sat down, or I didn't, it was a couple weeks after that match, I sat down and interviewed him. But, and then D-Ray 3000. Pretty cool. He was in TNA. He also was in WWE. The Frogun. Good dude. It was really cool to sit down with Frogun because he was just really cool. He's from Detroit, started wrestling when he was 16. Started with the Canadian Destroyer and eventually left Michigan and went down to Florida and trained with Sika. Funny little thing he talked about when he was living down in Florida, he lived with Sika and he was hanging with Sika quite often, and Roman Reigns and the Usos. He was taping their football games and stuff, which, the Usos and Roman Reigns are in WWE currently, so pretty cool. Hey Josh, what's happening, brother? Nice to see you.
What was your favorite thing that you learned about him during that interview?
Sika. Yeah. And that talking about Sika, and it was really cool. And just one cool thing was like he was talking about back when he was coming up, like there wasn't the internet like there wasn't Facebook and stuff like that. So when, in order for a guy to get in the door at WWE or wherever, they had to send videotapes and packages and stuff like that. Yeah. And so he talked about stuff like that, so that was pretty cool. And then, he talked about how he got signed to TNA and how he was sending packages in there and making phone calls and all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. I really dug this match between MM3 and Dread King Logan too. It was pretty cool. But and what was interesting is just before that match, Roughhouse Rob retired because he had a aneurysm or something that behind his eye, so he had to retire. Who was supposed to face Dread King Logan. So interesting stuff. And then the next week, you were there for this match that I videotaped when we went to the block party. Yeah. But so Drizakio versus Electric Ely, that came out the next week. Now, interesting, I'm going to sit down, not interesting, but I have secured or procured a interview with Electric Ely on the 3rd. I'm heading down with Josh, matter of fact, to MPWA New Breed on August 3rd in New Baltimore, Michigan. And I'm going to sit down with him. I'm not sure if it's going to be before or after the show, but I've already spoke with the promoter and we're all good there. And not only that, when are you going to get in the squared circle? You don't know. But so I'm gonna do that. We're gonna sit down with him. I already sat down or talked to the promoter, and he's like, "Yeah, man, come on in and do what you got to do." And then the interview with the Dread King Logan, which was really cool because with him, he took a break from wrestling for a little while, and he came back after a while. Like, so he's been wrestling, he's been in the business for 10 years, but he took a break for a while and then came back after about 5 years. We talked about his training, his career, and why he took a break and things like that. Really cool dude. I've actually had, my wife's actually met him. She met him at when we were at that block party. You met him.
Yeah.
And he's
sorry, I was chatting.
No, you're fine. And he was a really cool guy, don't you think? I mean, I know his character is he's a bad guy, but I mean, outside of that, really cool dude. And I talk to him, I wouldn't say every day, but we talk here and there every so often. Yeah. And we shoot a message for each other, what have you. Really cool guy. Look forward to seeing him again and maybe, seeing where his career goes and sitting down with him again. Oh boy, what are you guys talking about?
I just said I need to get back in the dojang first before I step my foot in a squared circle.
Oh, okay. Right on. Understandable. And then, really cool, this match from Extreme Bombshells of Wrestling, XPW's. XPW did a dual event in Richmond with Blue Water Championship Wrestling, but they had the last all-female show they did was a benefit show, and it took place over on Range Road, Range and Ravenswood. That's what Range and Ravenswood. I forget what the name of that hall is.
Is that the KFC hall?
Yeah. But anyway, so that was the last. But so this is from the next one that took place on July 6th here in Port Huron. Sabrina Kyle versus Laurel Cassidy. I've seen Sabrina Kyle before. Good match. I've never seen Laurel Cassidy before. She's got this retro thing going on where she's got the hair like the New Kids on the Block stuff, like
right on.
I forget what her entrance music was, but hey, who took the message away? Don't retract your message. What happened? Cyrus, what's happening, brother? How you doing? Nice to see you. Congratulations, by the way. I got to say it right now. Congratulations to my man, Cyrus Satine. So where should we start? Where should we start with Cyrus Satine, man? The dude's got a title opportunity coming to him. I believe it's August 6th or August 7th in Florida for the FIP World Heavyweight Championship against Henry. I can't wait, man. It's going to be awesome, dude. Well, get him. I want some chocolate chip cookies too, brother. And then my interview with Kid Bullet. A conversation with Kid Bullet, interesting conversation. Just talked about his career and, because he's very new. I wouldn't say he's new, but he's like only been wrestling for 2 years. He's trained by Cody Hawk. And a lot of guys that are still kind of fresh don't travel much. And he travels quite a bit. So it was really cool to talk to him about how, what are you doing to get out there, to travel, to get out there, and, things like that, and how he got started and how he, what it was like to train with Cody Hawk and different things like that. So that was pretty cool. And you guys should check that one out for sure. Give me some chocolate chip cookies. But yeah, cool stuff. And then the next week, which was this week, Isaiah Bronner, the 7 Mile Destroyer, which was really cool to sit down and talk with him because I was now it wasn't like it was a bombshell on this interview, but he had done another interview with somebody, and I don't know who it was with, but I read it, and it was a blog interview type thing. And interesting thing, I found out that it was Billy Gunn that turned Isaiah Bronner. I don't know if you know who Billy Gunn is, but he's another wrestler, famous, whatever. He works with AEW now, but he's the one. He reached out to Isaiah Bronner and he's seen a football video of Isaiah Bronner playing football. He was big into playing football, and he reached out to him and told him that he should look into becoming a professional wrestler. And this was when Billy Gunn worked for the Performance Center, and he was still with WWE before he got let go. And then he pursued the career, and he ended up hooking up with Truth Martini down here. I don't know where. I know it's down towards Detroit. I don't know exactly where it's at, but it's the House of Truth. It's a wrestling school down there, and he's trained with him. And now he's out here, and he's making his way. He's making his way out here, awesome. And I mean, dude is, man, he's got a look on him, and he's good. I really like the guy. He was really cool to talk to, and he's one big dude. He's just really big.
Really?
And, oh yeah, and he posts workout videos and stuff, and I mean, it's not me. It ain't me. Great interview and great match this week. Great week for Rasslin Rage. Oh, hey, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support. And then, the match, from XPW, the women's. So I'm still confused. She still has the belt, but I don't know if she's really the champ or not. So it's still kind of like this wishy-washy one of them things, and it's like we don't know. But
I bet if you ask her, she'll tell you she's still the champ.
Oh yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
So but I think it depends on who you ask.
Well, yeah, but the thing is like I don't know, but but does the organization recognize her as the champion?
It doesn't matter.
You know-
if you actually have the belt, doesn't
Well, I
matter
don't-
who recognizes you.
Yeah, it's
Possession is 9/10, right? Like if you have the belt, doesn't
Well,
that make
Josh
you the
says
champion?
Shauna is the champ 100%. Malaya Hosaka, how you say her name? I know it's Hosaka, but I think she might disagree with that.
Well, fair enough.
You know, but then so it was Thunder Kitty LaFleur, I think she says she's like 98 years old or something like that. Her promo was awesome for the show. She lit up a cigarette and cool. But yeah, great match. Check that out. And I've done an interview with Shauna Reed, and cool enough before this show, I actually sat down with Heidi Katrina, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I was also talking to Shauna quite a bit before the show. We were just kind of like rapping about what have you, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that Cody was there, but he was there.
Right on.
Yeah. And then next week, right? Next week, good stuff. I'm really excited about next week. And I'll tell you why. But I'm excited about next week. And the reason... What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my neck hurts. I gotta put some pump lotion on it. Sorry.
All right, so we have coming up Monday at 10 a.m. there, we got the Wrestling with a Vet highlights from Proving Ground at XICW. Highlights, I might add. And then my interview with the War Boy, Dre Jacobs. And I'm really excited about this interview because I did do something a little bit different here where, I did a little something different with the thumbnail, but I also did I guess a small highlight reel, very small, of some of the footage that I took of matches and created a small thing to kind of, hype the interview and things like that. But yeah, it was really cool to hear some of the, I found out some things that I didn't know, and I'm not going to tell everybody these things, but I found out some things about him that I didn't know as a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure other guys might know these things, but I didn't. And it was really cool to talk to him and find out that, it's a whole lot more. Wrestling is a whole lot more to him than just wrestling. It's an outlet for him. And he talks about it a little bit. He doesn't get real in depth about it, but I found it honorable and very, I don't know, I could relate to it in a way. So it was pretty cool. And we did talk a little bit about Weaponized, just a smidge, and his mother, just a little, just a little. I mean, and it wasn't in a bad way.
You don't hear that a lot. Oh, we did talk about a wrestler and his mother.
This is a true story, but when it comes to Weaponized, you do. But another thing that was cool about Dre was, I don't know, he came into the business in Ohio. And he wrestled in Heartland, which was at one time owned by Cody Hawk. But there's a lot of history with that. And he talks about that a little bit, some of the things that he's seen. And one of the names John Moxley, currently signed with AEW. And he talks about a match that he seen there. It was really cool. So I really look forward to you guys checking that one out for sure. For sure. Now, what do you got to look forward to as far as some interviews? Well, I already know what interviews you're going to see. Now, I only have 2 thumbnails. So, done. All right, because they're uploaded and ready to go. They're ready, right? These are up and ready to go. So, it's the long wait is over, right? The first week in August, you're going to get your interview with Heidi Katrina. So I sat down with Heidi Katrina. I'm not going to give too many details away exactly what was said or what we talked about, because some of these people were there and seen the interview. So yeah, but that's coming first week. You guys get to check that out, and then the following week, as far as the interview goes, you guys get to check out the Michigan-made monster Mongo. So now. You'll also get to see, we're going to do, who else did I say? We're going to get Rohit Raju, who Impact star. I just don't have the thumbnail done. So Rohit Raju will be coming up, and also Sean Casey. Now there was gonna be Big John who was gonna be in there, but like everything else in life, things happen. And I went to go edit to get ready to upload and do all that stuff, and there was zero audio, all video. I mean, well, you could hear me, but you couldn't hear him.
That sucks.
Yeah. Luckily, Big John's a really cool guy, and I reached back out to him and I was like, "Hey, look, bro, I explained it to him. I'm like, I sucks, yada yada yada. Would you be interested?" And he was like, "Yep,"
Awesome.
without hesitation, whatever. And then I was like, "When are you available?" He goes, "Just tell me a time and a day."
Very cool.
So mind you, this Sarah, I don't know if you know who Big John is. Do you know who Big John is? You need to look him up. But Big John was on he was on that show with Bret Michaels on VH1. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head.
I think I know what you're
Rock
talking
of Love
about.
or whatever it is, something like that.
That was
He was his security guard. He's Kid Rock's bodyguard.
Okay.
He's been he's very, well known in the rock
He's a
industry.
wrestler?
Well, yeah, he started out in wrestling, then he got an opportunity, and he went into the military and things like that, and he got an opportunity, he went on tour, and now he's back, wrestling. He doesn't do like hardcore stuff, but he is part of the business, and he's got he knows a lot of people.
Right on.
Yeah. Really cool dude. Rock of Love. Yeah. I knew I'd get it out there. it was one of those things where I was like, psh, but so let's talk about some guest hosts. And hey, listen, I still have interviews recorded that I still have to edit. And I've just reached out to somebody else that I'm not going to, because there's nothing. Like, I haven't got a response yet. So check it out. It'll be a video sit down interview if it happens. So everybody cross fingers. Cross fingers, say pray. Do whatever you got to do. I don't know. Allah, whoever. I don't care. Just do it. Right? Okay, cool. Thanks. All right. So guest hosts. Let's review some guest hosts, right? Who came on the show in July? Big July, right? Well, first off, right after the show, right after the XPW show, Arabella came on. And it was interesting to have her on the show because it was her second time on the show. And the first time she was on the show, she was telling us she had to hang up the boots, that she was retiring basically because she had an injury. And then we see her in the Battle Royale at the XPW show. So of course, naturally, I asked her, "Hey, you got to come on the show, and I got to get to the bottom of it." And in the end, I was left with more answers. I still never really found out whether or not she's coming back to wrestling.
Well, that's a cliffhanger.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But she came back on the show, and it was cool to have her on the show. And man, she is good. She is good, and I enjoy having her on the show. And I'm definitely going to have to get her back on again for sure. But she's good at what she does for sure. And then, of course, for the 8-time record setting,
Wow.
8 times, right?
8 times.
8 times. Master Weir. 8 times this man has been on the show. It's always a good time when he comes on the show. He's sitting, he's watching, he's in the chat. He doesn't talk much, but he's there. But it's he's probably doing something, like, because he's probably listening and doing something at the same time, or what have you. But but hey, that's what people do. It is what it is. Some people listen while driving, like they'll Bluetooth it in on their car and listen while they're driving. You can't watch and drive.
I may or may not have done that earlier today.
It is what it is. But 8 times, and I keep saying I got to get the man a jacket. You know how they do on Saturday Night Live? Like after a certain amount of times they get a jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
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 We got to do something like that for him. But it's one of those things. It's just got to be right. It can't just be any. Well, it can be, but it has to be just right. And I'm a perfectionist type person. Like, it has to be right, or else I'm not going to do it.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah. Well, you haven't seen it, but there was a show that was on the WWE Network that was like a spoof of a 1980s wrestling, and it was it's in there. John Cena's wearing like this plaid old, 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm
Like a
thinking.
suit.
Yeah, suit coat. Yeah,
All right.
but that's what I'm thinking. It's got to look something like that. I think the co-host needs a better chair.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. This thing is broke down. Like, if nothing else, could you just donate to Rasslin Rage so we can get a new chair for the co-host? Because this thing is baroque. Like, I'm not even gonna get up and show you guys, but it's
All
broke
these people
down.
that are talking about the chair have co-hosted now.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
hilarious.
Exactly. It's straight up broke down.
That's great.
And what I think is really janky is that the host reserves the good one for himself. He's not a very good host if he keeps the good chair.
Because I got to do all the work.
Yeah, but that's fine. You're supposed to leave the good stuff for your guests. Clearly, you don't have very good hosting skills.
Look at that. I get called out by my wife on my own show. How do you
I'm
like-
just glad to finally have some support because I've been telling you forever that you should just let me sit in the chair when I come down here and sit with you because that's the nice thing to do.
I do give you this chair, so you better stop that right now. Anyways,
You didn't give it to me today. Just
no,
saying.
not during the show. But then Josh came back for the 6th time, and
I like
we
how you
talked
changed the
about.
subject.
Well, yeah, we got to keep
Back
moving.
to what we came here
Yeah,
for.
right, yeah, exactly. And we talked about, Happy Harper Ice Cream becoming the official, one of the official sponsors of Rasslin Rage. And it was a good show. Always is a good time to have all these guys on. And, of course, he brought over some Shogun ice cream, which is my favorite so far. I mean, I like cookies and cream, too. That's pretty good, too.
I didn't get any cookies and cream.
Apple pie's all right. I
What
mean, it's everybody.
I didn't get apple pie
Well, because he ain't brought it over yet.
because you've been eating it all.
No, he ain't brought that over yet.
That's
I promise.
ridiculous.
But so what can we look forward to as far as guest hosts go? Well, hey, look, we always have the normal rotation, right? The normal rotation. But Danny Beals is finally going to come back in the second week of August. He's way behind. There's like these guys like Beals and Josh and Master Weir and Master Taylor, and these guys, they all have like a little contest of who who's going to be, who has the most. Obviously, it's always going to be Master Weir, but it's like this little thing that they got going on. They all fight about it, and kind of cute. But
It's kind of cute.
yeah. And, so I reached out to Jason Worth, and apparently he's a busy man. He's got a schedule, and he needs to check his calendar. And then I guess apparently his wife got mad because I didn't ask her to be on the show. So she sent me a little, she was a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Angry? She was angry with me that I didn't ask her to be on the show. So we're going to get her on here too. Get her in here. Oh, Lord. And then I also am waiting to hear back from Master Taylor to get her back on the show. I forget. I don't know how many times she's been on the show. And, I do need to reach out to Master Alex, seeing that he's 900 miles away now. Moved away to see one of these days if he's got a Friday free and get him back on here. Maybe get him and both the Masters. Maybe we can get all three of the Masters on at the same time. Wouldn't that be sweet? That'd be kind of cool. It'd kind of be like the round table, but with the Masters. I'll just sit over here and control stuff, and they can just do whatever. Because that's basically what will happen.
Awesome.
I'm like the dude, like,
yes,
sir.
Just let the three of them come in and do whatever they want.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That will be so awesome.
But yeah, that'd be cool kind of too. We do like a master special. That'd be cool.
Master takeover.
The master show. The master show. I like that. The master show. Very good. Very good. But I haven't got as head. So let's talk about like plans and stuff like that. Last time we did last month when I did State of the Rage, I was talking about I want to get a month ahead with everything uploaded. I haven't got that far ahead. I do have the entire month planned out. I don't have it all done. Like, I do have it planned out. Let's put it that way. So good. I know what I'm looking at. I got to edit the videos and do it, whatever. But I'm getting there. I'm working at it. But I will say, even with having it planned out, everything planned out, and knowing that where I'm going to get to this, it's so less stressful, and things work out a lot better. You know, it's working. Definitely cool stuff. And, and cool thing, Rasslin Rage celebrated its 20,000th view.
Woo-woo!
On YouTube.
Nice
so,
job.
Good stuff there. 20,000. 20,000.
Thanks to the viewers.
Yeah, 20,000 views. We're over 400 subscribers now. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Keep that up. With YouTube, you can look at your analytics and stuff like that, and everything's on an upward trend. So keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. You guys see stuff on there you like, share it on your Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. The more you share, the better it is. It's engagement, and share, like, do all that stuff. Please. Yeah, I share so much stuff, Facebook shuts me down. But and I'm gonna have a couple matches. I've already talked to the promoter from MPWA New Breed. I'm gonna have a couple matches I'm gonna put up for that. You know, they're gonna get full credit for all that stuff. And again, reached out to this promoter, and he was like, whatever you need. Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing. Love it. And then, again, I'm gonna sit down with, like I said, I'm gonna sit down with Electric Ely and talk to him. And he's like months into the business, like 6 months to my understanding. Just graduated from the House of Truth not too long ago. So, and he's got a really good look. So I really want to sit down with him, and it's going to be a good one. I'm also going to film a collector's corner, and it's not going to be anything new. It's going to be just going over a collection and a couple other things that are already there, basically. But we're going to do that, a collector's corner. And then I got asked to come on another podcast. It's a podcast, and it's also, they do a show on Wyandotte local cable. It's called Heel Fan News. There's a whole group of them, and I'm heading down tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm leaving here 10 o'clock in the morning to head to Wyandotte and to film one of the episodes. I believe they're filming 2 episodes, and I'm on one of them. And it's about, they're asking me, to my understanding, stuff about Rasslin Rage. So that's going to be cool. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a vlog about it. Like, film here and there, little things, tidbits, and make a vlog and post it. Yeah. My experience. Fan news, and kind of, because they're giving me the opportunity to come on their show to promote my stuff, basically. So I don't know of a way, because they have a lot of people for Heel Fan News. We can't fit everybody on this right here. You know what I'm saying? So right. I got to figure a way to kind of pay it forward or pay it back. So I'm going to do it through a vlog, and maybe do like little short one question with each person when I get, hey man, what is your favorite thing about, whatever. What's your favorite thing about Heel Fan News? Sweet. Whatever. You know what I mean? Something like that. Yeah. And do something like what have you. We talked, new sponsor. I talked about it a couple times. Happy Harper Ice Cream, at Happy Harper Ice Cream. If you go to Happy Harper Ice Cream, you can order pints of ice cream from him. So I'm going to be looking at getting new sponsors, because cool thing to do. And it'll help the show for sure.
So who are your sponsors right now?
Happy Harper Ice Cream.
Is that it?
Pretty much.
Have any other sponsors? I'll sponsor you.
Oh, will ya? What are you gonna? What are you gonna spot? What are you gonna? What am I sponsor? Or what's sponsoring me?
I'll let you try my lotion when your neck hurts.
It almost sounded kind of dirty. I'll let you try my lotion.
I'll give you some hemp oil.
It puts the lotion on its skin. It puts the lotion on its skin.
You want some vitamins? I'll give you vitamins.
Oh, Lord. Man. So this brings me to where I'm gonna have to move the show
Butter. What? Why?
from Fridays to another day, and I want to do it sooner rather than later. And here's why. There are a lot of shows that are starting to run on Fridays now, locally. Like there's a show going right now that I could be at, and it's opportunities, missed opportunities, and I don't want to miss any more opportunities. So I'm going to have to move the show. Problem is, my schedule is not as open as it once was. And there's other things that are partaking. Project. There's a new project. That's the word. A new project that I and a couple other individuals are going to be working on. Not giving out the information yet. Those that know, but it's going to be cool. Look forward to it. But it's all about independent wrestling. That's all, and that's all I'm going to say. But it's going to be Rasslin Rage, cool stuff. Okay, but check. Look for that in the future. But it's not going to be just me. There's a couple other people that I'm going to bring along for that ride on that one. So it's going to be cool. But again, I'm going to have to move the show. I just need to figure out when. And then there's the question becomes, what does the show stay live? Does it become recorded? I like to be live. I don't like to do recorded shows. I really don't. I like the
interaction.
I like that, but I also like they're in a room. Oh, I don't know. I just like having to be on my toes. I feel like I do better work when I'm on my. When it comes to things like this, like a podcast style thing. Interviews, those are different. Like interviewing somebody.
Yeah,
that's one thing. But like a podcast, like where we're talking, and interacting. Yeah, I like the live format. So then I have to figure out when. And then it has to, I can't do it on Saturday or Sundays because if I want to have guests, taking away from different things. So there's a lot to think about. I have to figure it out. I'm going to do it one way or the other. I'm going to figure it out. So with that said, that brings us towards the end of the show because I'm not talking about indies. I'm not talking about anything other than what I've already talked about because you know what to expect, you know what's coming and all that good stuff. So what's that mean? It means we're going to head into some legit wrestling questions. And if there isn't any, we're going to end the show. But I'm sure that we'll have a couple. And you can ask me some questions about wrestling. You can ask her questions about wrestling. I don't know what she knows. She might know more than what you think. But
ask me anything, I'll tell you.
Here we go.
About wrestling.
Legit wrestling. No, it's legit wrestling questions.
Bad.
It has to be.
Gotta be a legit wrestling question.
That's bingo. All right. Bam. So here we are. Legit wrestling questions. Rasslin Rage. State of the Rage. It was a good month. I have to say that. It was a good month.
What was your favorite thing about this month?
Like, as far as the content that it was uploaded?
Your favorite thing about any of the shows that you have done or are currently doing this month?
Warboy.
Wrong answer.
Jacob.
Wrong answer.
How was that?
Your wife being the co-host should be your favorite thing about this month.
Come on. That was a trap. All right. Hold on, here we go. Wait. What is your favorite wrestler and favorite match? Who's your favorite wrestler?
I'm gonna go with old school Goldberg.
Really?
Yeah, just because we used to watch that we used to watch it all the time together. And
I would think that
that or like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I was gonna say, I thought you were always The Rock back in the day.
No.
When we went to SmackDown, you were all about The Rock.
I was in a big sexy back then.
You were?
Yeah.
Kevin Nash?
Yeah.
But he wasn't in WWE then.
I know, but I wasn't. No. Oh,
Okay.
no.
What's your favorite match? Do you have a favorite match?
Yeah, I don't know.
My favorite. What is your favorite? I don't. That's so hard. There's so many. I can't answer that. I have a lot of favorites right now. To be truthfully honest, my favorite match would probably be Ric Flair HBK, the retirement match. Let's see. Okay, Sarah. So, who is your favorite wrestler of all time? Of all time?
I don't know.
Mine's Ric Flair.
Man.
It's Ric Flair, then like Hulk Hogan's in like in there, and then The Rock. I was a
Really?
huge Rock fan. You remember when I almost knocked that little kid over at SmackDown?
Yeah.
That old man and his kid, and I was like, wow, The Rock! I
terrible.
did too. And I was like, oh, The Rock.
And he was like, "Don't touch me.
Yeah.
You're weird."
Probably. All right. Who would win in a match between you two? Between you and I.
So here's the thing. I mean, duh, I would win. But Cody did give me a black eye once.
Explain. Explain. We are live on YouTube. Please.
Well,
Lord Almighty.
we were sparring. We were doing Ilsu shakes at karate, and he was supposed to punch at
What
me.
are Ilsu Sheiks?
They're one-step sparring motions. He was supposed to punch at me, and I was supposed to get out of the way, and I didn't get out of the way. And he punched me in the eye. And I had a black eye. And then it was really fun because I worked retail. So then I got to tell everybody when they would ask me what happened to your eye, I got to say, oh, my husband punched me in the eye. And then they would give me a really sad look, like I was in an abusive relationship. And then I had to explain everything all over again. That really wasn't fun, but it was just fun to watch people's reactions. So yeah, that's my answer.
So what did you learn?
To not partner with my husband.
I think he was looking for move. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm pretty sure that's what he was looking for, but I also learned not to partner with my husband.
I think I know him well enough to know that's what he was looking for at that point. But anyways, next week, as we talked about on the Rasslin Rage YouTube channel, you'll be able to see the Wrestling with a Vet highlights from the XICW Proving Ground.
Sweet.
You also see my interview with the War Boy, Dre Jacobs. The following week, you'll be able to see an MPWA New Breed match and my interview with the British Amazon, Heidi Katrina. The week after that, Mongo. The week after that, Rohit Raju. The week after that, Sean Casey. Pretty interesting stuff, right? Cool stuff, good stuff. Don't forget to follow Rasslin Rage on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and make sure to head on over to ProWrestlingTees.com/Rasslin Rage to get yourself a Rasslin Rage T-shirt.
I guess that's what I need to do if I want to get myself a
There's
T-shirt.
two T-shirts available. One that says Rasslin Rage, and one with my sexy face. Sexy face.
I want the one that says Rasslin Rage.
Great. All right. Oh, wait, there's another question. Hold on. Have you ever wanted to wrestle? Who, me? Yeah. Actually, it was a while. Like, I think it was around when the first season of Tough Enough came out. I was like, yeah, that. And then I didn't. So, you know. Now, I wouldn't, Mike. I would more want to be a ref. But I don't have the money to afford the training right now. Have you ever wanted to wrestle, like professionally, to be a professional wrestler like Alex? Have you ever?
I mean, I had never really thought about it, to be honest. Never really thought about it. I like grappling, but now my shoulders, I can't really grapple. So there's that.
Okay. What
So
she
yeah,
said.
I guess I never really thought about it.
What she said.
Obviously, grappling and wrestling are two different things.
Well, I mean, there is grappling is chain wrestling almost. Like it's a form of chain wrestling.
Yeah.
There is a lot of that. And Rob Clooney,
Mm-hmm.
was an amateur wrestler, which is grappling, and he's also a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
He was on the world team. He went Team USA.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Yeah, good stuff. Made PB&J ice cream and sold out already. Well, what?
Dang.
You didn't even stop over here and bring me my weekly dose. What's up, bro? What's happening? Do I gotta take you out of the description? Come on, man. No. I'm just joking. But anyways, so I think that's it for the show. I think we're done. I think we're gonna end it a little early, about 10 minutes early this week. Not bad.
All right.
You got anything you want to add? No?
I guess not.
No? Nothing? Anybody?
No.
Nothing? You want to say anything? No? Okay. Well, they don't want to say nothing. Anybody want to come on the show real quick? By the way, I need some guests. I need somebody to guest host. Who wants to guest host? Man, come on. I'm waiting for Master Taylor to get back to me. I'm waiting for Worth. I'm waiting for I got Master Weir. The other Master Weir's got to check his schedule. He said, and he's going to get back to me. So come on.
Oh, good. Josh is going to bring the ice cream tomorrow so I can eat it while you're gone.
Oh, great. Wonderful. Hey, there's a guy that should come on the show, Mr. Mike Henry. You remember Mike from
I do.
big old Mike, Mr.
Hi,
Mike.
Mike. How's it going?
Yeah, we used to work with Mike at Collins and Aikman back in the day.
He's got a little guy that's Caden's age.
Yeah. Apple set
cutie, too.
apple pie for your better half. Ooh.
I am his better half.
Well, duh. I
The much better half.
there was you didn't even need to establish that. There was no need to even say anything.
I didn't think anybody was questioning it.
But then why did you have had to say anything?
Sometimes I just need to reassure myself, all right?
Right on. Sure. Wonderful. All right, well, that's it for this week on Rasslin Rage. We'll be back next week live. We got to sit down, Master Weir. You, Josh, myself, Danny, we got to figure this out for the round table for 100. Because it's going to be 100. It's going to be lit. 100 for the 100th episode. We're going to do
It's going to be fire.
We're going to do a round table.
Yeah?
All four of us. We're going to do it at the dojo. Good lighting at the dojo.
Right.
Josh got to sign a waiver. All right. All right. So we'll see you guys next week. Have a great night and enjoy your weekend. I'm heading out next week or tomorrow, not next week, tomorrow to Heel Fan News. So wish me luck with that. And make sure I'll let you guys know all the information once I know when it's coming out on YouTube or on Wyan.cable and all that good stuff, guys. So we'll see you again next week. Peace out. What?
Nothing. You're good.
Okay, bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.
We are the Death Road Army. Vehicle City villain Aaron Orion.
Black Diamond Jack Price.
The Wild Child Jody Threat.
And weaponized Alex Weir. And you're watching Rasslin Rage live on Friday nights at 8 o'clock on YouTube.